tunnel run.
It's been a few months now since we've had a delivery, and today is a special day, especially in Michael Lanzetta's heart. And I'm gonna go find him because he's around the warehouse somewhere waiting for this car to be delivered. The truck is here. I don't know where Michael is. I thought he'd be excited to see this car, obviously not. So we actually have 2 deliveries. We're taking one today and another next week. But this is the first one. There's the man himself now.
What have we got here?
These guys get a first-hand look at what car's about to come out of this truck. What do you guys think is coming out of the truck?
Something red and black.
Something red and black? Could be. Car's about to come out. Lanzetta, how long have we been waiting for this car for?
A while, 2 years. So
You're about to see it roll behind us. Maybe, depending on the timing.
yeah, that's all right, we'll edit it. So it looks like it's actually coming out.
Look at that, SF90 XX.
Here she is.
That's sick. Here we are, the car is now in the warehouse. The SF90 XX Spider, inspired by Lawrence's FXXK Evo, which is currently in Maranello still. Lanzetta, run us through this Ferrari.
Yeah, I mean, we're super excited. We waited 2 years for this car, went through the tailor-made program.
Yep.
So we sat down with Ferrari designers, played around with a few ideas. Lawrence was quite determined to have the replica of his FXXK livery onto the car, and
It's here.
as you can
I mean,
tell, it looks.
His number's on there, 48's on the side,
Just
little 48 detail on the front there as well, and the
Yeah.
flag's in the back spoiler. So we've got the Australian flag for Lawrence, and we've got the American flag for
the previous
owner,
owner, the
yeah.
XX. The livery, I think, I mean, on camera, I don't think it'll do it much justice. I mean, this car in the flesh is phenomenal. Finished in traditional Ferrari red,
Yep.
Rosso Corsa, which is what most clients end up selecting.
And
But-
PPF by our good friends in Sydney from Platinum One Group.
Correct.
They did a great job, and you were saying before as well, Chris did an amazing job with this because it's actually got a lot of panels on here. It's quite difficult to PPF this car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So Chris did a phenomenal job just in the way he's wrapped it. So many pieces, so intricate. The whole point of the XX is effectively a stripped out version of the SF90, which was the first model, the SF90 Coupe, which is the first model that Lawrence spec'd. And then obviously we did the SF90 Spider,
Yep.
the yellow with the
1016 kit.
1016 kit, and then this is essentially the special series version of that model. Big emphasis on it being as lightweight as possible. And then obviously aerodynamics and downforce. It has a little bit more horsepower over the road going model, but yeah, the big focus for the engineers on this was downforce and aero, as you can.
There is a bit of carbon in this car. Carbon rims, carbon bonnet.
Yeah.
Carbon vents over here.
Carbon
spoiler,
throughout, carbon rear bar.
Even these little guards here. I was
carbon
surprised
guards.
to see that the fender vents aren't carbon, but you were saying
Yeah, they don't.
they didn't do it.
They didn't
Even the
make
mirrors,
them.
usually that would be carbon.
Yeah,
But
no.
it wasn't available upon speccing.
No, but we've selected everything else. We've also selected big ticket item on the car is the exposed carbon. So that feeds into that livery, which is quite nice.
And not
to
many,
have.
not many people are offered.
Yeah, not many people were offered this option, and yeah, when they did, we opted for it. I think it complements the livery of the car quite well. Ties the front with the back and sort of just gives it that streamline effect.
Interior is quite stripped out. It's just as is.
Yeah,
Not much different to the usual SF90. The panels on the doors, carbon.
very big, but very track focused
Yeah.
interior, which that is essentially what the SF90 XX is all about.
Yep. Let's take it for a drive and
Let's do it.
enjoy it on the roads.
I will. Alright guys, here we are. First drive of the SF90 XX Spider. Super excited to get behind the wheel and see what it's all about. We'll get the specs out of the way quite quickly. 1,030 horsepower from a 4-litre twin turbo V8, 797 from the combustion engine, and 233 horsepower from the electric motor. And I've been talking a lot about downforce. Well, the numbers on this, 530 kilos at 250 kilometers an hour, just astonishing numbers, 0 to 60 in just 2.3 seconds, so an absolute rocket. Oh, tunnel run. Woo! Man, it's responsive, as you might expect. It's plenty loud. That exhaust note is absolutely intoxicating. You know, it'll never be as high pitch as a naturally aspirated V12 or Ferrari V8, but it definitely has a bit of character, and it's quite pleasant. That induction noise is sensational. Every time you come off the throttle, it's just pure theater. That's what it is. That's the word. The big focus on the SF90 XX was the added downforce, not so much the power output, because it's only really 30 extra horsepower over the SF90, and you'll only really tell when you're on track, because that's obviously where the car sets itself apart. It looks menacing. It looks like an absolute track weapon. I must say, quite comfortable to drive. I've just been in it for 10-15 minutes, but I can confidently say that they've done a phenomenal job with the drivability of it, which is kudos to Ferrari. Its true purpose is for the track, and the simple fact that I can drive it quite comfortably is a massive credit to the brand and the engineers and the way they put this thing together. I don't think there's any other brand like Ferrari where it offers so much versatility in the way it drives. I mean, you know, you can be on it on track, or you can be on it on a tight, twisty road, and it'll do that all day long. If you wanted to just poodle along town or just cruise on the highway, as I'm doing right now at 2,000 RPM, 80 kilometers an hour, it can do that quite comfortably as well. So it's yeah, there's very few car brands out there that offer this much versatility. You know, I mean, you talk about McLarens being track cars, essentially track cars built for the road. Lamborghinis are usually quite raw and unapologetic. You know, Porsche, mainly a GT car unless you are focusing on the RS model range. Ferrari is quite unique in that sense, because it does cars that, like I said, can handle track work, can handle the spirited driving, but can also be quite comfortable and quite civilized when you want them to. The gearbox is incredibly crisp, 8-speed dual clutch. It's so precise on the upshift and the downshift. It's immaculate. There you have it, our first drive of the SF90 XX, and I'll tell you what, it didn't disappoint. I am heading back to the warehouse, but I'm looking forward to getting my hands behind the wheel of this car again soon.
I'm here at Beyond Custom, and we're about to service a few Bugattis. I'm gonna go find Richard, and he's gonna tell you all about it. Richard's from Bugatti. He's an all-rounder. Sales, service, whatever you need from Bugatti, he's here to service the car. He's actually based in Singapore, but he's here right now, and he's here to do this. So
the three cars are here for their annual servicing. So we've got a smaller service on the Super Sport with a small wing repair to do, which is off at the moment. The Grand Sport is obviously due a major service, along with the Mansory, which is still outside, ready to come in later on. It'll probably take me a week and a half to 2 weeks to do the whole 3 jobs, 3 servicing together.
Yeah. What's generally in for a service?
So for the Super Sport, you've got obviously your oil filters, oils, brake fluids, cabin filters, general checks. For your major services on your Grand Sport and Veyron, you've got differentials, gearbox, engine, all the filters, brake fluids, brake checks, full all-round check on there as well.
Yep.
Which will take you, the 4 days to do the servicing on the
for a one-man team.
For a one-man team, yeah, to do the job, and then there's 2 to do with those.
Throughout the year, how many, aside from obviously Lawrence's 3 Bugattis here at the dealership, how many others do you do throughout the year?
We'll do from Singapore. We also have one more technician with us, James, who helps us a lot of the time.
Yep.
He's back in Singapore doing some work there now. We'll do about 30 cars a year servicing, and then on top we've got some repairs to do as well throughout the year.
Let me just add this one.
Yeah.
Spoiler repair. So what's wrong with the mechanism at the moment?
Just the rear spoiler just needs an update on there, just to keep it at the right height.
Yep.
But it's something very, very simple to do, really. These are all the service parts for the Veyron. So there's 2 kits here.
Yep.
1 and 2. So there's everything in there from your air filters, gearbox filters, gearbox oils, differentials, brake fluids, oils, one-time use bolts on there that we replace as well, and seals.
For one car, if it was only one of the Bugattis here, how long would it take?
One person, I mean, by the time you've done, you've got to remove body panels, so you do need 2 people sometimes.
Yeah.
It'll take you in the region of about 4 days by the time you've done your quality check at the end and road testing and set all your levels. You give yourself a week for one car, but I say in there you've got like 4 days to do it.
Yeah, nice. A very rare sight here for people to see the underneath the Bugatti. Rich has taken everything apart already underneath.
Engine block up to here, gearbox on here, and then your obviously 4 turbos either side on there.
So here Richard was explaining, if you put the high-speed key in, these flaps go down.
Vertical flat.
Straight flat for excessive speeds, which is pretty cool. I've never seen it underneath of a Bugatti before. So you travel around all around the world with this.
Yeah.
Service all the Bugattis, all custom tools.
75% of the jobs you can do on there, but anything over and above, we'll already bring with other cases, and James will come with me as well and carry some stuff. But mainly we can do majority of stuff with this, or in the workshops we go to as well, which we know quite well after all the years. So coming here, they've got all the facilities to do so.
What's your favourite car to work on? Now you've worked on everything.
I do like the Super Sports,
I
must say, but I think the Veyrons are still the classic. So I like the Veyrons. So yeah.
All right, Richard, I'm going to leave you to service these cars, and hopefully we have them back on the road real soon, and we can take them back to the dealership. But I'm sure I'll see you soon. Richard's always around with us when we're going to Bugatti. He's always there. I'm sure I want to see you soon, very shortly, because we do have another Bugatti on the way that we recently spec'd.
Definitely. Yeah.
Thanks, Richard.
Okay, cheers.
We'll see you soon. Thanks, mate.
Okay.
Early mornings, we've got a 2-car delivery today. Super excited. Let's go check them out.